how to make more time become available. I know it sounds a little bit crazy, a little bit out there, but there are ways of manipulating space and time, playing around with it, having fun with it, to make more of it become available, to compress it so it feels that it doesn't quite drag. I know a lot of times when you have fun, it just goes by too quickly, and when you're sat there perhaps doing a job that you are not really enjoying, clock watching, it just feels like it's taking forever. Space and time is an illusion, and it can be manipulated if you are willing to approach it with the playfulness and innocence of a child. Often we find ourselves trying to capture and hang on to precious moments that we know will become amazing, wonderful memories, but there's never enough time to really savor and enjoy it and really bask in it. What if I told you that there was a trick that you could apply? And I'm sure people have used this before, but the way that I like to do it is I like to imagine time as this light energy so that I can see it in my mind's eye. I can touch it and I can stretch it out, or I could compress it. And the good thing about it is that it doesn't have to change in density. It just remains as dense or as fine as you would like it to be, but you can stretch it out for miles and make it feel like it's taking a lot longer than it really is. And time is just an illusion. It is something that we need to adhere to so that our lives aren't utterly chaotic. Because if we didn't stick to time, then we'd just be all over the place and never be able to adhere to appointments and things like that. But during those precious moments, such as times that you spend with a loved one, or especially for me, times in the mornings where I feel I need more sleep, it definitely has an advantage to being able to manipulate it and get more of it. So I want you to picture time either as a ball of energy or whatever you like, really. I like the ball of energy, and I grab it with my two hands, and then I think to myself, okay, I set the intent to stretch out time to give me an extra 2 hours of sleep rather than 20 minutes, say. To begin with, you don't have to be that, don't have to aim that high, basically. You could maybe add an extra 5 minutes or whatever you're comfortable with. But I've gotten to the stage where I'm like, well, okay, I can add an extra 2 hours. Why not? Let's do that. So I grab it and I stretch it out and stretch it out and stretch it out as far as I can, that until the point that I'm happy, that in my mind, this amount or length of time equals 2 hours. So I'll go back to sleep and I'll wake up feeling refreshed, knowing that I've had an extra 2 hours, really, when according to our linear time, I may have only had half an hour or 20 minutes. And another way I'd like to do this as well is, if you imagine a clock with the little seconds, the little hand for the seconds ticking by, if you want to slow down the seconds, I would imagine that I can mentally slow them down and I can hear it ticking by a lot slower than it actually is in real life. And try this for yourself. See how you get on. Manipulate space and time. Have some fun with it. And I'm sure you'll be able to see the benefits and approach things from the innocence and playfulness as a child.